Okay, thank you very much, Jed. Next we'll have Rudy Jones from the city of Waterloo.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. My name is Rudy Jones, and I'm the director for the Waterloo Community Development Office. A little bit about my background: I started there about the mid-'80s, '86, '87, as the contract compliance officer. From there, I went to the neighborhood services director in the same office. From there, I was fortunate to be asked to be the community development director. So part of my responsibilities have been the demolition of old, dilapidated residential structures and some commercial structures. So I've got a taste of what it's like to remove a blight, and fortunately I've been on the upside of that and been responsible for overseeing some of the new construction we've had since the 2008 flood occurrence. So what I say we do in layman's terms is everything housing, from tearing them down to building them up. I apologize before I get started real good if I'm a little sarcastical or facetious, because I've been in government 25 years and it has a way of doing things to a person. But again, I'm still thankful. When I hear the term C-squist, I can't even pronounce it.
Screw.
To me, it's a new word for old definition: budget cuts. Our office in the community development out of the HUD funding stream have experienced cuts over the last 3 or 4 years, back to back to back, which totals about 30%, 30 to 40% over the last 3 or 4 years. So they can call it what they want. You know, money is still leaving the local entitlement cities. So we continue to deal with it as we have over the past 4 or 5 years. Now, what that looks like on a local level is that 70% of our funds have to go to meet low and moderate income needs. And unfortunately, the challenge is when the local income of its residents are losing money, which was the case, it makes our task that much more difficult. When our budget goes from 1 year, 1.4 million, to this year to be just over 1 million, that means we're going to have less funds to serve the number of people that we served the previous year. And everything is going up. You're talking about the woman who probably can't afford to get a tire fixed. She probably can't afford a new roof either. She probably cannot afford a new furnace either. God forbid it goes out in the middle of winter. She probably can't afford a new water heater either. She probably can't afford to get a water service repaired either. Those are some of the services that we provide that we call under our emergency assistance. And when natural tragedies or occurrences hit in our nation and sometimes worldwide, the price of building materials constantly go up. Some, for example, are petroleum-based, like roofing, shingles. The price of roofing can go up 10, 15, 20% depending upon when it happens and how severe it happens. When the hurricanes hit the coast, then plywood goes up locally here, and sometimes it's hard to get. So we're faced with the challenge of trying to take fewer dollars and meet as many needs as we've had in the last 10 to 20 years. Again, what that looks like at the local level: houses is similar to our bodies, similar to cars. The better you maintain them, the better they serve you. And the longer you have them, it seems like the more maintenance they need. and nobody's really putting the money aside for a roof replacement. Why? Because you've got to pay for your medicine, you've got to pay for your other basic needs. It's just not happening. That person that may be retired, that may be underemployed, might not be eligible for a loan, a low interest loan. So part of what we're trying to do is, as much as possible, meet those needs without being as inhumane and bureaucratic as we have to be. Let me give you a quick example. My rehab manager brought a case to me today where we made a water service repair probably 2 or 3 years ago. But unfortunately, at that time, it was recommended that the repair be made from one section of the line to the street. We got a call a couple of days ago. Guess where the water line is damaged now? From there, going back to the house. Our in-house guidelines tell us that person would be only eligible for one repair because there's a number of other people that are going to need repairs. We have the latitude to say, we can do this. Why? Because it's not going to break us, and there's still a need, and she needs that repair because, you know, like with water lines, they just don't stop. They're not stagnant. If they're not repaired as quick as possible, they tend to expand, and before you know it, a $1,500 repair is now a $2,000 repair, a $3,500 repair. So we immediately proceeded to say, we can do that, and proceeded ahead to do that. So with these reductions, we've absorbed 3 positions over the last 3 years, and all that means is that we're still able to do a lot of the tasks and provide the services we do. We're just not able to do it as quick as we used to do. You know, it's kind of like that car that's now 5 years old, 10 years old. It'll get you there. It just won't get you there like when you first took it off the lot. So we encourage our citizens to take part in our annual public hearings and participation. Always stay before your elected officials and let them know what's working, let them know what's not working, and eventually that gets back to us, and we can change and modify our programs to best serve the community. And we'll take questions at the end of the presentations.
Okay, thank you very much.